It's the 10 cent, 25 cent table. I just sat down with $10. I lost top pair to, I had 10, King 10, and he had King Jack. Here we go. What's this guy doing? The chip leader. That's unfortunate. If I had more chips, I would have called. But I only had a 10 kicker, so chances are I would lose this pot. So I think I made a good fold. Call. Or jam. He's folding, I think. Nice hand. Good thing it wasn't in the pot. Does somebody have 10 jack or the flush? Nice. If he calls, I'm gonna end up losing. I don't exactly like my odds, but I'm gonna gamble. Nice. Doesn't get any better than that. The flip was the best case scenario. Well, I guess second best. Ace 6 would have been the best case scenario. Six nine, such a fun number, but it's so disappointing in poker. Does he have ace jack? I'm gonna be a little choked if he has the ace jack. Well, that was disappointing. So it doesn't look like... Oh, there we go. There might be a game. A couple players. Hopefully it fills up. If not, I don't mind. Anytime you could get a heads-up experience, the better. Because when you make it to heads-up in a tournament, you want to have that experience edge over people. So ideally you get used to, because I don't always sit down with the table maximum, so sometimes I sit down with the minimum, so then I'm playing as the underdog. So when I reach heads up, I'm familiar, like being sometimes every one chip I have, they might have 10. So I'm not comfortable playing that way, but I'm familiar anyways. But when we're playing heads up, when I'm playing heads up with somebody, my goal is to make them quit or get all their money. I want to frustrate them to no end. Get the tables filling up. Nice call. He had the flush. I was hoping he thought I had the flush. When there's it's always hard to put somebody on a flush. Like right now, somebody could have a flush, but it's much easier to get away with the backdoor flush than it is when you get the two spades on the river. That when the third spade comes on the turn or the river, I mean two spades on the flop. When the third spade comes on the turn or the river, it's much easier to put somebody on it. But when there's one spade on the flop, and then the turn comes spade, and the river comes spade, usually you get paid off in those flushes. But every once in a while, you run into a bigger flush. He only had a 10 high flush, so I could have easily had a higher flush. So most of the time, he made the right decision because he was right that time. But most of the time, you would call, but sometimes you have to fold because he only had a flush, especially against higher caliber opponents. If you're playing on TV or you're playing against pros. Usually a 10 high flush gets you punched in the mouth, basically. Because playing the 10-7 pre-flop is suited is a terrible hand to play. So the guy got lucky most of the time. Most of the time, he's going to lose a bunch of chips. But I had him on a 9 or the 7. But I was hoping to get him to fold with the flush, but not that time. The other website I play on has league rankings, and this one doesn't. So it's nice to see the league ranking because kind of gives you an indication a little bit on how good they are as a player. Because it goes beginner, amateur, expert, elite, professional, veteran, all-star, and several others up to legendary. And they give you daily money, which I love. But it's online, so it's rigged. I've made the professional league 4 times, and the first time I made professional, it's a weekly ranking, and then I got demoted 3 weeks in a row down to amateur. So how do you go from being a professional player to amateur in 3 weeks? The league doesn't grow that fast. But I was losing absolutely everything. My pocket aces, kings, queens, big pots too. I would chip my way up from like 40 cents to about $6, $3, and then lose these big pots. You watch my videos, that's usually, I made that one play there and it didn't work out, but usually my MO is I chip up and then I lose a big pot. So he could have the straight. If he jams, I'm losing basically. I'm calling, but I'm gonna lose. So worked out I won. I could have got more chips possibly if I would have bet on the flop, but I was trying to set a trap for this guy here because he was the pre-flop raiser. So I was hoping he had aces or something strong and jammed. I guess we'll see how the river goes. That could be very good or very bad. I kind of had him on an ace, but he could have been on a flush draw too, so if he checked, I probably would have made a stab at the pot. But I wouldn't have bluffed too much probably, so that's why I didn't raise him, because he bet 80 cents. That's probably roughly what my bluff would have been. So anytime they bet what I'm willing to bluff, then it's time to just pull the parachute and fold. And this player here has been pretty tight. Like I've been able to bluff him out of several pots, so it was the first time he was playing back, so I gave him credit for the hand. Woo! I'm looking for a raise. There it is. I wanted to try to fish out the big hand before I try bluffing and risking any more money. But this guy, I think, has the winning hand. Damn. I wanted to see it, but he did have the winning hand. The Ninja Wolf is making a play here from first position. Does he have sixes? That was nice. He just kind of teed one up for me, so I just hit it out of the ballpark. Woo. Okay, so I'm the chip leader here, so I'm gonna stay for a while. Whenever you're chip leader at the table, you have an advantage because you could always put people in and they can't put you all in. So you could bully the table a little bit because you could speculate more. Because you could afford to play every hand. I don't recommend it because you run into haymakers that way. Because most of the time, most hands, like a pair or two pairs, is probably the biggest hand. But then every once in a while, straights, flushes, full houses, four of a kind, straight flushes, royal flushes. Because when you watch the pros on TV, they only ever show you the big hands, so it teaches you how to play the big hands scenarios. But I think he has a queen, but I'm gonna see the river. Nice. I want to flip with threes. He had the king. I was hoping he had the flush draw. That's why I made the bet on the river, because with the second call on the turn, it was likely that he had the king. But he could have been on a flush draw, so I was playing that he had a busted flush draw. So there's a big tournament in Montreal in a couple weeks, and unless I could build up $4,000, I'm not going to be in it, unfortunately. And then there's the World Series of Poker in July, so that's also a goal. On this other website that I'm on, they pay you in American money, and if I had 5 good days, I could earn the $4,000. Turn $1 or so into about $40, or a couple $100, and then turn that couple $100 into about $1,000, and then over the next 3 days, turn that 1,000 into 4,000. It could happen super fast in poker. My best day on that other site is I turned $1 into $250 in a little over a day. But then I cashed out, and went on. My winning percentage dropped down from 32% to 27%, which is suspicious. So. I think he might have the full house. That was nice. Nice river. I thought he might have the ace, but I didn't put him on the flush. But I did have him on the ace of clubs. That's why I didn't bet on the turn when I had the king high flush. There's no fold option, which I don't like about this site, because I would have folded, because it's unlikely I'm going to end up with the winner. And now I'm going to bluff because I decided to bluff because the situation presented itself. He's likely to bet. No. If he did, I was going to call dependent on the size of the bet. Nice. I think that's the third hand in a row that I won, so I'll take this hand off. I guess not, since I'm in it. Nice. The most I ever won in a row was 12. And on the 12th hand, I got pocket aces. And you could chat. So I'm like, come on, guys. I can't have the best hand every time. And I jammed. And I forget how many people called, but I got several callers. And aces held up. It was awesome. It was only for a few bucks or whatever it was, but it wasn't life-changing money anyways. Woo! Everybody's playing pretty timid, so I'm just gonna pick my spots here. And now there's only 4 people playing, so you gotta loosen up a bit compared to 6-handed. So it's a little disappointing that the jacks didn't materialize into more profit, but at least I didn't lose with them. No, you didn't. I would have called his bet because I was expecting him to bet because I thought he was making a move on the button.
So I like this table so far. There's nobody here really that's gonna damage me. Maybe this new player will, these two guys, but these guys are they're doing all right. They're playing good, but I don't think I could get damaged too much. I think I'm gonna see it coming from them more often than not. The biggest skill in poker is to change gears. Know when to change gears. It's you save so much money, and you maximize your profits. I was gonna check raise there, but it didn't. Situation didn't materialize, so I was going to take the chance that he didn't have the straight. Because quite often when you have two pairs, you run into straights or flushes, and two pairs is a pretty weekend. But it doesn't come around too often, so people play them stronger than what they should. But it's pretty vulnerable to a set, especially because it's so hard to put somebody on one card when they're holding two. You can tell by the way people bet, but I think he probably had the flush there. Or at least had my jack beat anyways. What's this guy doing? Nice. I was expecting a big hand from the guy with the ace king, because that's the first time he made a raise like that. It's one of the few tells that you get when you play online is betting size. You can at the casino too, but it's so online, it's so easy to click pot size, half size, whatever you want with the click of a button. But at the casino you could be more strategic with your betting sizes. You can't be bluffing with 15 cents and playing when you have big hands bet at 90 cents, because then you become predictable. So it takes balls to bluff. Show the jack. Make them think I always have it. Nice bet. That's nice that I won, but too bad the river was a spade, because he could have put me on a flush draw, on a flush. Let's see what TCAZ99 is up to. He's folding. So I didn't get paid off, but at least I didn't show the cards, so that mystery's always there. He could be thinking I made a move on him. One common mistake beginner players make is they bet as soon as they hit their cards. So to an observant player, you know when they check, they don't have it. You know when they bet, they have it. They rarely bluff. Some people never bluff. It's like, how do you play the game? Because your hand, you miss more often than you hit. Unless you have a pocket pair. So you need to hit your outs. So when you don't bluff, then it's very easy to pigeonhole people in their game, because they usually pretty tight. So any form of resistance from them is usually a sign that they have a big hand. And I'm gonna call just to see what he has, but I'm expecting this guy to have a big hand. Maybe I could outplay him. I'm expecting like Ace King or something like that. Because how tight he was playing. I have strategies for every type of player though. Because I'll try to see how many I'm at now, but I don't even know how many real money hands I played. But I probably played about 2 million play money hands on top of that. So I'm pretty experienced now. Just not at the higher limits because of the rig. I do phenomenal on a website. And then I could never achieve my personal best. I'll reach my personal best within a month or so on the website. And then I could never surpass it. Not even come close to achieving it. On this video poker website where you can see webcams. I turned 5 million into over 400 million, and I was gonna go up to 1 billion because it was just too easy. I just had so many chips that it was easy. So I got bored, so I left, and then checked out my winning percentage. It was something like 19%. And it was a 6-handed game, so your odds, your winning percentage should be 16%. So it was almost double luck. And then my winning percentage dropped 9% in one day, which was brutal. So needless to say, I lost the 400 million on that site. On PokerStars, because right now I'm only competing against people in Ontario. But a couple years ago, I was competing against people in the world and put $100 online, and within a week I won a tournament with 1,500 players, and a dollar tournament I won some like 387 American, and then never again. Didn't even come close after that. It was too easy. I'm like, as if I won it that fast. And then never again. Then they changed the rules, so now I compete against people in Ontario. And so it's easier because I'm only competing against people in Ontario rather than people from all around the world. But the prize pool is smaller. So when you win like a $3 tournament, you might win a couple $100. So you can't win thousands without risking lots. When you compete against the world, a $5 tournament, or say a $20 tournament, there might be a $12,000 prize pool or something like that. So you could win several $1,000s. So that's one thing I don't like about it. I'd rather compete against the world and see how good I am against the best. And I didn't get lucky. But I have zero chance of winning it without a bluff. bluff, so. That was kind of a weak attempt, but I was expecting a call. It worked so well when I had kings, so why not? I'll show the cards that time. Hopefully I got a good hand. It's decent. So hopefully I got a call this time. Well, I guess I should have emphasized and get lucky. This guy's previously made a play from the button, so let's see what he does here. But he's checked. So he checked again. So he could have an ace. Be interesting to see his cards. Hopefully he checks. Ace king, yeah. So I'm getting to the point where I could put people on cards, sometimes 2 cards. I was thinking ace king there, but I didn't say it. Would have been better if I said it. Anyways, gonna play till my big blind. It'll be the end of this video, so if you like the way I play, consider sponsoring me, making endorsements and donations. My PayPal email address is christianerikarnemeyer@gmail.com. So after this video, I'm probably going to go up in stakes. So it'd be great if I got into a collision with this guy and win for his $9. So if you want to have your mind blown, go to www.change.org/technology. Basically, we're made up of water. Water conducts electricity, so we could be hacked. And if you look at this this picture here, basically you could have different biosensors implanted into you and be able to view that information over your cell phone. And nowadays with nanotechnology, it's wireless. And if you can see by the cell phone there, it's an older patent. So nowadays it's absorbed through your skin. We breathe it in, we eat it, we drink it. So free will's at stake right now because computer-assisted telepathy is possible. It's on the petition too, but if you Google search computer-assisted telepathy YouTube, watch this video. Basically, they're able to influence a yes-no decision remotely using computers. So if you could do that, you could life rape somebody, you could orchestrate buying decisions, you could completely manipulate events for people. It's terrible. So free will's at stake. So take a few minutes to sign the petition, watch the videos, share it on social media, contribute a few bucks to get it on the agenda in your country, so a government task force could be set up with civilian and military oversight committees to keep Big Brother in check. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.